Hey, Dance Fam. So, we have been talking a lot about our words and what type of words we want to put out there into the world in order to kind of manifest the results and the interactions that we want to have. Something that we don't talk about often enough is the concept of manners. So, when my kids were little, my kids are 17 and 13 right now, and when they were little, I used to be kind of crazy about having good manners. So I very much required them to say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, all that good stuff. And my kids also took jujitsu when they were little, and that was a big part of that too. Please, thank you, you're welcome. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, all of that goodness. And I really hammered that home with them. And it kind of made them uncomfortable sometimes. They voiced it more than once to me that nobody else they knew had to talk like that. And I get it. But I continued to push for it until it became a habit. And then when my kiddos were in school, they very quickly learned that they got treated differently by their teachers and by the staff members at their school when they were using those good manners, and they were very well known for it. At every parent-teacher conference, it was always brought up to my attention how well-mannered the kids were and polite. To this day, every time they see their dental hygienist, she is like over the moon to see them and comments on their manners and their politeness. Their coaches have always mentioned it, always. And so I think the lesson there is not necessarily that good manners have to be the thing in order to get what you want. I don't know. I hesitate to use that term because I don't want it to sound manipulative, but I do believe that good manners set you apart now. Because as a school teacher, I was a school teacher, many of you know that. I worked in a high school a couple of years ago again, went back and subbed to help a school out of a pinch, and it was very, very noticeable to me just the lack of eye contact with an adult, the desire to learn the adult's name. So, do you just call the teacher Miss, or do you put forth an effort to learn their name just like they have learned yours? And I was just really blown away by how absent that was from so many kids. And it really reinforced my belief that if you want to set yourself apart when you are applying for jobs, when you are putting yourself out there for things that you want to try out for a sport, for an audition, for just anything in life, it really doesn't hurt anything to have manners. Doesn't hurt a thing. It costs nothing, and it really does set you so far apart. So I want to encourage that. This week, don't believe me, test it out. Just see what happens, dancers, when you really start using please and thank you with your parents, with everybody in your life. Please, thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, you're welcome, and bless you when somebody sneezes, gesundheit, whatever you like. Try it out, see what happens. Practice making eye contact, practice smiling, set yourselves apart, and I promise it sets you up for greater success.